Hey guys, Bruce with WannaBFree here. Thought I'd touch base with you guys and throw up a video, kind of let you know what's going on, and just basically just do a ramblings. A couple of major things I want to mention. First of all, my thoughts with you for HappilyHouseless, and sorry I forget your name, but his girlfriend. And wishing you guys a speedy recovery. Look forward to getting you back on YouTube, and I like watching your videos and what you stand for. So good luck to you guys on the recovery, and I'm hoping that it all goes well for you. Second thing I want to mention is I'm sneaking up on 1,000 subscribers on the WannaBFree channel, which to me is pretty amazing. Can't believe there's 1,000 people that subscribed to watch my antics, but I thank you for it. I should be, I don't know, I'm like at 996 or something like that, so probably within the week I'm expecting to break 1,000, so that's pretty cool. It's taken a long time to get there, but getting large numbers of subscribers really is not the reason I did the channel. So just to kind of document things that I do for family to watch and see what I'm up to. They know who I am and what I'm all about, so it's not like it's a big surprise to them, but they enjoy it because I live a ways away from my family. And I'm just about, that kind of leads me into the next thing. Well, let me, before I finish up on that, just say a big thank you to the 1,000 or so people that have subscribed to my channel. I absolutely appreciate it. Thanks for watching the videos. Hopefully in the near future I'm going to be bringing you a bunch of new videos and some new projects and things that I got planned. So I'm out here walking Roogidoo at the moment, a little out of breath. I'm trying to do some things around the house, try to get it spruced up, and we'll be putting our house on the market here hopefully within the next month or two. I am striving toward the less stuff, more freedom type concept, but well, I'll tell you what, I'll be 50 next year, and over the course of half a century you tend to accumulate quite a bit of stuff. And as everybody else has been saying on YouTube, that the channels I watch anyway, it's a process. It doesn't just happen overnight, and that's a fact. So that's what I've been experiencing. So currently we own a 2,400 square foot house where my wife and I are both empty nesters. She has a boy, he's my stepson, and he's in his early 20s. He's been moved out for a couple of years, and we both work at the same place. My wife and I do. Well, she put in her, well, she was kind to him and gave him like a four-week notice. But the plan is, she's got about 3 weeks left on that, maybe 2.5. She's going to quit work, and ultimate goal here is we're shooting for early retirement. Of course, I'm not quite 50, but pretty darn close to it. That's pretty early to retire. We've been working toward this goal for, well, I've been working for it my entire life, and we've been collectively working toward the early retirement goal for a good solid 9-10 years. When we took this job 9 years ago. Come on, Ruger. Come on, buddy. He's hunting rabbits. So she's going to quit her job and stay at home and start doing all the fun stuff, packing up boxes, trying to get rid of stuff we don't need, and weed things down. Currently we're in Colorado. I'm a Colorado native. Been here my entire life, minus the time that I spent when I was in the service. And never thought I'd say it, but we're headed to Iowa. Why Iowa? Yeah, good question. My wife has a lot of family in Iowa. They all pretty much live in the same small town. And we visited that a couple times last year and thought it was a pretty cool place. And it's pretty reasonable living out there as far as expense-wise. Not a whole lot of jobs, I guess, depending on where you're looking at. But we're not looking to get a job. We're looking to retire and live the simple life as long as we can. And of course, if you've been watching my channel, or if you're new to the channel, you know that I built a van to use for road trips and that sort of thing. So what's the future got to hold? I got a lot of plans for a few upgrades and improvements to the van. I've actually considered potentially selling the van and getting a small Class B motorhome or potentially a Class C, but every time I think about that and start to mull over the pluses and minuses of everything, I think at the moment keeping the van's the best bet. So I just thought about a few mods I want to do to it so that we can use it for road trips, because once we retire, we're going to have some time on our hands, even though it's not going to be immediate. But we do plan on taking some road trips. If you've been watching the channel, you know that we have a piece of property here in Colorado up in the mountains. So we may, I don't know, spend a month or two of the summer up there on the property and spend half of the year on the road in the van, looking at the country and doing things that we've always wanted to do and just really never had the time for. So that's kind of where the channel's going. We bought I think I mentioned it on my last video, but we bought a small house in Iowa, and it built in 1883. Our current home was built in 2007. The beautiful thing is we're completely out of debt, including mortgage. We own our house outright. We just pay annual taxes on it. So that's going to be a large contributing factor to our retirement fund, is getting that house sold, similar to what Happily Houseless is doing. So once we sell the house, we'll be free of that. And getting my wife to go cold turkey and live in a van was right next to impossible, and probably a little bit too eccentric to ask. I did ask, but she wasn't going for that. So she wanted a home base, and that's what led us to buying that house in Iowa. It's a small house in a small town. Our current home's 2,400 square feet for two people. It's kind of ridiculous, but anyway, we just bought a small house that's about 1,200 square feet, which is still pretty good size as far as I'm concerned. And it needs some renovation. We got to renovate the kitchen and do a little painting here and there and just make it ours and make it livable. But we don't intend on putting a huge amount of money into it. And so the first part of the year, once I finally quit my job as well, then we're going to be in the move, packing our stuff and hauling it out there, and then we got to renovate the house, at least build the kitchen so we can use it. The bathroom needs some work as well to make it usable. So that's basically where we're at and what we're doing and what we got planned for 2016. It's going to be an interesting and busy year for us. I hope to document as much of it as I can on videos for you guys, so you can stay engaged and hopefully don't bum you guys out. I do know that people that subscribe to a van build channel probably care less about somebody renovating their house, and I'm the same way. So hopefully we'll have some van videos and some upgrades on the van, and ultimately some road trips in the van. some stealth camping at Walmart, and whatever else we can come up with as we go through this next segment of our lives. We got a lot of things to do. People say once you retire, you get busier than you've ever been before in your life, and I don't know how we planned it this way, but it sure looks like that might be a true statement as well. So that is the plan. I'm just babbling on from what thoughts are coming to my mind. I don't have any of this scripted, which maybe I should do. I don't know. So then what are we gonna do? You know, it's gonna be a little bit spooky because you know, I've always had a job. I've never, even when I lost jobs or the jobs went away or things like that, I never went more than, heck, I never went long enough to actually draw unemployment. I never went more than 2 weeks before I had another job. May not have been the best job or the ultimate job, but I always had the gut feeling that I just need to be working. So that's what I've done my entire life, and that's all I've known. It's gonna be different. And I know you guys are probably thinking, well, what are you gonna do for money? Well, we've been spending the last 9 years of our life preparing for this to happen, so we're going to be living off of our savings, and that's kind of spooky too. But hey, we're never going to find out what it's going to be like if we never get in there and do it. So the heck with it, we're going to do it. I've always been able to deal with change and oncoming things and unplanned surprises, so that's what we're going to do. And I've never been this well off and this prepared for this type of thing before in my life, and I made it through it just fine, so we'll do fine. That's part of the adventure, and hopefully that's what, you know, you guys will stay engaged to see how that all pans out for us. Ultimately, once the move is done and the house has been renovated to where it's we consider it to be a livable situation for us, my goal is to live on $1,000 a month. That's everything. So I don't know how it's going to work out. I've done a lot of penciling numbers and thinking about stuff and trying to figure out how to make that possible. I think the ultimate deciding factor is going to be the fact that we don't owe anybody any money. If you're in debt to your job, or your employer owns you, you know, somebody else is making the decisions in your life, and you're certainly not free. So that's how I've lived up to this point. And after 50 years of that, you know, I'm pretty well done with it. It's time to try something new. I wish I would have done this a long time ago. In the mid-90s, I was thinking about living in a camper on a piece of property. I had the dream, but I didn't have the means. And well, I did. I didn't realize it at the time. And the dream has always been there. So now's the time that I'm going to make it happen. A lot of inspirational videos and a lot of inspiration I've learned by watching people in the van community on YouTube and watching what they're doing. There's a lot of people out there that are already doing it, been living it for years, and it's definitely a possibility. It's all in the mindset, what your plan is, what you can live with, and what you can live without. I don't think it's going to be a feeling of living without, at least not in my mind. It's going to be a feeling of living my life and being in charge of our life and our destination. So without getting too weird and deep on that, that's the way I'm looking at it. So I'm about out of breath, guys. Let me cut this off here. Again, Happily Houseless and his better half there. Wish you guys the best of luck in a speedy, successful recovery so you can get out there and continue your dreams. And again, thanks to everybody for subscribing to the WannaBFree channel. If you like what you see and you're interested in watching more, certainly subscribe. And if you like it well enough, you know, hit the like button. It just helps me get my channel out there so other people can enjoy them and learn from the videos as well. So with that being said, everybody, hope you're all doing well. Take care out there. Keep pursuing your dreams. And I got to come up with a motto. Let's say, stop letting your employer own you. Live and be free. So, see ya.